You're listening to In My Humble Opinion with Maxilia Robinson and Charles Lewis. Only on 101.3 Jams.
In My Humble Opinion talk show. At the bottom of another show. Top of this third hour. Miss Max Razor. Aaron. And yours truly, sir, Charles.
Let's go.
You know, stay tuned. We still got another hour for y'all, but before we kick that off, with Dr. Kevin McDonald of the University of Virginia Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and I'm telling y'all, when you hear UVA, City of Charlottesville, don't turn your nose up, because you got to know Kevin. He's been on here before, and the brother is about his word. He's about the community, and he's about that inclusion.
I got some questions for him, too.
Yeah, bring it. I know you're ready for it.
I got some questions for him.
That diversity and equity, man, because that is the biggest employer here that we have, for one, it's particularly people from the communities of color and what have you. So to be involved in the community is a must. And some people believe, Razor, like you may be one of us, that out of all the atrocities, out of all the land grabbing and everything else, this university could never do enough. Could never do enough.
Yep.
Ain't
a tone.
But that is what it is. But Miss Max, I had to squeeze something in here for you, baby girl. What's up with the black girl magic right now? Because we got down on Winsome Sears. We said Winsome was not black girl magic. But your girl Kamala kind of disappeared. Where's she at? Max?
Listen, don't join that group. Don't do that. Don't do it.
She don't get no pass.
Yeah.
She don't get no pass. Where you at, Kamala?
Yeah. I mean, I've heard the conversations rummaging about whether or not she's underutilized and how that we don't see her in the public eye as much and things like that. I don't know. I mean, if Kamala has been charged with a few things, I think voting reform, climate, criminal justice, things like that.
Yeah, and to her defense, VPs normally do foreign relations a lot, so she has been traveling in other countries.
Yeah. Plus, she can only do what they let her do.
So my question is the sister doing a job? Is she doing a job? Is she doing what she said she would do? Because if she is, then all that, I mean, you kind of quiet. We're not hearing from you. Don't really matter.
Yeah, she's doing her job, like I said, out of how VPs normally start their tenures. But she was rocking the Timbs and the New Balances and the camouflage.
Yeah, the Chuck Taylor. Yep.
She had the Delta. She had the Delta pearls on.
She was listening to Tupac.
She was listening to Pac and Snoop. Hey, I'm just saying. I mean,
it's no secret that she's going to be under a different level of scrutiny, right? Yeah. And so I'm just saying, if she's doing a job, if the sister's doing a job. And correct me if I'm wrong, but if she's doing a job, then we good.
Look like Razor wants to say something.
I do, man, because as much, I'm gonna be honest with you, as much as I want to tear into her, I understand too that, man, the way people talk about you and the things that they say over the things that you don't have any dominion over is not fair. So while she's getting judged and what did they say? Joe and the Ho and all this other stuff that they were putting out there about her, man. This craziness, right? Like she.
But I need to know what the problem is specifically. We not seeing and hearing from her, or she not doing her job. She's not fulfilling.
No, I don't think that she can do anything until they tell her that she can. So I mean, right now Joe's at a good point where his health and some of the crazy things that he does kind of protects her from having to make any decisions that might fall in her lap. So I think her being vice president was all by design. You
gonna take it there?
Yeah, no, I do.
But remember, there were several black. If you're just talking about being a black female, there were several black women that were in the running for that.
No, but there's a difference between. Okay, I'm gonna just be upfront. She looks good in the part if they decide to make her a figurehead. She's educated. She's well accomplished. She has a mixed family, jointed family. She checks all the boxes for what's acceptable in America. Now, yes, she's qualified. Yes, she did good at her job. But if it's not time for her to do anything, it's not her time to do anything. It's that simple.
And Miss Max, like I ain't mean to come at you like that. So I am playing your theme music in the background. You know what I mean? As Max, because like we did put you on the spot, but we appreciate it.
No, I didn't even look. I didn't even hear. But look,
Aaron, what you got?
No, I was gonna say. So typically, the vice president, if you look historically, has been the person that is going to be the predecessor for the next one, and so in many cases. So if you look at this, if Biden was a one-term president, a lot of this was set up possibly for Kamala to run in 2024.
Yeah.
Now, according to whatever the polls are, her approval rating is in the toilet, and I'm not sure if I agree with. I agree with Raisin, man. I think that she was obviously. I think all of these politicians are put there on purpose for a reason, but sometimes I even think that she was put there knowing that she wouldn't win in 2024.
Hey, and I do want
to. Because I don't think anybody would. I'm being honest. I don't think anybody would vote for Kamala Harris. I don't think people wanted to vote for Kamala Harris when she was running with Joe.
So I do want to make a slight correction because I was joking at first, but just so we know, it's Kamala. That's how you pronounce
my
it.
fault. Okay, my fault.
Because Kamala sound a little extra ghetto, like you're trying to make her ghetto.
Hey, she had the sister girl. She had a Converse on. She had a Jordan.
Yeah, she made herself ghetto. She did that. Stepping off the plane like that.
So my question is what's the answer to this? Because it feels like we in kind of a lose-lose situation. You know what I'm saying?
Max, I think you're always in a lose-lose, right? Like we saw that with President Obama. Like he never could be black enough. Forgetting that he's the president of the United States, not the president of Black America, right? So so to me, like you just got to have that integrity. Like you can't make false claims and promises. If you say you of the community, we need to see you in the community. We need to see you still going to to the Delta, Soros and wearing your pearls. Like, don't just do that for their vote. And Max is why I asked you that too.
Her job may require a little bit more of it. She can't make it to all the meetings, Charles. That might be a possibility.
Totally get it. But I'm asking you as a black woman, and and like I mentioned the Deltas, it's like, do you feel used at all? You know what I mean? Like, do you feel like she was a false representation? And it's early, and she's doing her job, but I hope I see more in the next 3 years. That's all I'm getting.
Let me ask y'all this.
I'm sure that's in the back of her head.
Okay.
Even if she was doing an excellent job, there's still going to be some doubt about whether or not she's doing enough, just because, the criticism that comes along with it, whether you do it yourself or somebody on the outside is doing it. So I think that's part of the game.
Let me ask all three of y'all this. What if just becoming the first black vice president female is enough?
I don't think she got into it for that.
No, I'm asking for us, like for the ones that's looking for her to do something. What if just becoming the first African American female vice president of the United States of America is enough, like the history book?
I don't think by and large black people accept that anymore because of what we learned with Obama.
Okay.
That's a fact. Yeah, I think.
But she's a woman though. He's a man.
Yeah,
there's a different level of scrutiny.
Yeah, but it's not enough for me, speaking personally.
Okay. No. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, and that's for Barack too. I agree, Razor. I think Max has made a good point. Is that I think that we have finally gotten to a point to where the tokenization of a politician is just not going to work anymore. To where I can just sit you down and you just smile in my face and you rock Timberlands and Converse and you just appease to a black audience. And then when we start to talk about tangible things and you hit us with the
was Trump a token?
It's not going to work anymore.
So was Trump a token?
Absolutely.
For the Republican Party?
Yeah, absolutely.
No. Let's not talk parties. Let's not talk parties. I'm asking the question, was Trump a token?
Yeah, and my answer to you is absolutely yes, because now he is the figurehead. He's that representation for the white supremacy to make a resurgence. Like he's the leader.
So why can't Kamala, or whatever you choose to call her, Charles, why can't she be the representation for young black girls aspiring to be better?
Oh, absolutely she can. All I'm saying is don't piss on my head and tell me it's raining.
But she not. Wait a minute. I'm asking a question, y'all.
Right.
I'm not making statements. I'm just saying, too often we don't split the pie down the middle, right? So what I'm saying is, because she's in the passenger seat, she's not in the driver's seat.
I feel you.
So we cannot fuss at her without looking at what is Joe doing.
Totally.
You know, because at that point.
So were we at this point in the previous 2 administrations? Were we hearing and seeing more of the VPs back then?
No.
Pence?
No.
Or Biden?
Absolutely
okay, so
not.
why are we judging her by a different standard?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. Come on home now. Come on home. So that's what I want everybody to see. Instead of looking at what she's not doing, look at, is she playing the part of the role? No different than Pence. No different than George Bush Jr. Senior. No different than anybody else that played that role, right? Because a lot of times people don't even really know who the vice president is.
Facts.
Because they don't say anything. But because she looks the way she looks, she gets scrutinized. Because Michelle Obama looked the way she looked, she got scrutinized.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that we should not play that card as well until we get to the end.
Yeah, and Max, before I'll kick it over to you to close, but the only thing I wanted to add, though, is that we as black people, we don't like being appropriated, probably more so than any other culture. So to me, that's the only thing is, do your job. But since you used us and you used our culture, you used the sororities,
she would only have used it once we get to the end. Once we get to the end and then look back to see what she did, then we can judge.
She showed you who she was because she was running to be your vice president.
Absolutely. That's what that's the only thing I'm trying to say. We judge her about locking up black men over in California because she was good at her job. Now, all of a sudden, the people that hated us wanted to say, oh, she locked up black men, like they really cared about it. And we fell for it and started talking about what she done. She did her job. If I'm a police officer and you come by me speeding and I pull you over, am I losing my black card because I'm doing my job? That's what we're doing here.
Totally. Now, so me personally, I'm not doing that because
not you and Charles and Max. But what I'm saying is, if we don't watch it as the media, if we don't sever that, we will play into the mindset of what is being created to keep the next Kamala out of office.
Absolutely. Yeah, because
we can't do that.
Yeah, because I absolutely spoke up for her. She actually changed laws in California, like in criminals defense.
Yeah.
Like she took over a job and she did her job.
Yeah, but they don't tell you that.
People overlook that.
Yeah. They won't tell you that.
Yeah, Razor, my only point, Miss Max, for this Ask Max is I just hope that the blackness from the election, and maybe it won't, but I hope that shows some point in this, because I personally never questioned that about Obama. I personally didn't. Like, I never thought that he was satisfied with just being the first black president.
Yeah.
I always felt like that there was a connection, whether it was to Chicago or whether it was other black folks that he stayed connected to and took, took info from.
But he was a politician, right?
That's all I'm hoping for.
He was a politician prior. She wasn't a politician. She was a district attorney.
I feel you.
That's two totally different things. So when you look at her qualifications, they don't match the same. No different than not supporting him, so please don't nobody boycott me. Trump was never political. He was a businessman. He came in there and acted as a spoiled, rich businessman. But we wanted him to do something different because of a title.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is we got to wait until the end before we judge her.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. That's a good way to close it. Because I felt like in the beginning y'all was trying to say something else.
I was just having fun.
You just throw stuff out there.
Yeah, that's me.
You know.
Yeah, that's what I do.
All right, Miss Max, take us to break.
Yeah, let's go to break. IMHO.
That's how we do.
Close curtain.
You're listening to In My Humble Opinion with Maxilia Robinson and Charles Lewis. Only on 101.3 Jams.